talk Bears right now. Michael, what do you have for me?
They were awful on defense on all three levels. I think the back end has got to be improved. I think it's either got to be Calvin Pryor, the safety, or the corner run needs to start soon. Remember, Mike Tomlin loves Virginia Tech players. Kyle Fuller, he's still there. He's my top-ranked corner. So on this pick, remember, Tim Jennings is 30. On the other edge, Charles Timmons is 33. So I think it's either got to be Pryor or whoever their top-ranked corner is.
Young corner.
Well, here is the commissioner of the National Football League, who this week said the draft could be moving to Chicago in the near future with this pick in Radio City for Chicago.
As long as it's in April, I don't care where it is.
With the 14th pick in the 2014 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears select Kyle Fuller, defensive back, Virginia Tech.
So there is Kyle Fuller coming out of the draft room.
That's my guy. I mean, you want to talk about DNA, his older brother, Vincent, and Corey both played at Virginia Tech and in the NFL. His younger brother, Kendall, is a true freshman at Virginia Tech who had 6 interceptions this year. I thought he was the most NFL-ready corner I saw on tape. He's not as fast as Justin Gilbert. He doesn't move as pretty as Justin Gilbert, but he's 6 feet. He's got length. He can play inside. He can play outside. When I look at this man, he can play off man. He can press. Let's take a look. Watch him off. In the slot this time. Turn and run. Flips his hips. Now go play the football. Great job by Fuller. On the slot again. This time against Amari Cooper in Alabama. Undercut the route. Makes the play. Inside technique and off man. Watch him get his eyes back and find the football. Really good feet. Picks off Alabama. I thought that Alabama game was an outstanding effort by that young man. And finally, run support. He reminds me of Brandon Flowers when he came out of Virginia Tech. Boundary corner, tough as nails. You plug this kid in Chicago, the fans are going to love him. He can play nickel day one, or he can play outside. I love that pick.
Well, you talk about defensive needs now, Mike. Their total defense, 30th, last in sacks. They can't get to the quarterback, so they went out. Phil Emery went out and signed 4 defensive ends in free agency, from Jared Allen to Lamar Houston to Willie Young, and so they didn't need the help there. So in the secondary, they needed it. I thought they might go either Calvin Pryor or HaHa Clinton-Dix, but you talk about the corner, they absolutely need that guy. They have just become a better defense because they play against A-Rod and Matthew Stafford and some great passers.
And you put a young Fuller with those guys that you mentioned earlier, the Jennings, those guys that have played a long time. You don't let those guys get out of the league without pouring into the young guy that's coming in. That's why this pick had to be made right now for Chicago. And he will teach these guys how to play. They'll teach Fuller how to be a better player.
There's one thing about that division as a corner that you must do, and you better know how to tackle.